All right, let's talk about private equity. It's one of the most demanding and, yeah, rewarding fields in all of finance. We're going to break down the 7 essential skills you absolutely need to not just get your foot in the door, but to actually crush it in this world. Okay, let's get into it. So, what does it really take? I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? And the answer, well, it's this really cool mix of art and science. It's hard numbers and human connection. It's so much more than just being a wizard with a spreadsheet. You can pretty much boil the whole career path down to 2 big buckets. On one side, you've got your technical skills. Think of these as the foundation, right? They're the non-negotiable price of admission. This is what gets you in the door. But on the other side, you have the interpersonal skills. And this is the secret sauce. This is the differentiator. This is what separates a good analyst from a great partner and what makes you truly succeed in the long run. So let's start right at the beginning. We'll call this Act 1, Building Your Foundation. These are the table stakes skills. I mean, without these, you can't even sit down at the table. This is all about forging the tools of an analyst. Okay, skill number 1. And this is the big one: financial modeling and valuation. This isn't just kind of important, it's the absolute bedrock of everything you will do in private equity analysis. Your ability to build complex, accurate, and totally error-free financial models, that's your ticket to the game. Now, this core skill really breaks down into 3 key areas. First up, you've got LBO modeling. That's using debt to structure a buyout. It's the signature move of private equity. Second, DCF analysis, which is just a fancy way of looking into a company's future to figure out what its cash flow is worth today. And finally, comparables, or comps, where you value a business by looking at what similar companies are worth. You have to master all 3, no question. And hey, since it's so central, let's just quickly nail down what an LBO actually is. It's simply buying a company where a huge chunk of the purchase price is funded with borrowed money, with debt. Understanding this concept is just fundamental to everything else. Next up, skill number 2, due diligence and analytical rigor. This is all about being a detective. It's your ability to do a super deep dive, to go way beyond the numbers on the page, to find the hidden risks and the real game-changing opportunities inside a business. You need a deeply analytical, almost skeptical mindset for this. So once you've got that analytical foundation completely locked down, the whole game changes. Now we move into Act 2, where you start to evolve from just an analyst into a real deal maker. This is where you start blending the science of the spreadsheet with the art of the deal. Which brings us right to skill number 3, strategic thinking and commercial acumen. Look, private equity isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about seeing the big picture. You have to start thinking like an owner, spotting market trends, and putting together a real, actionable plan to grow the business. And of course, you can't grow a business you don't own. That's why skill number 4, networking and deal sourcing, is so critical. A massive part of the job is building relationships to find new deals. And the real holy grail here? Sourcing a proprietary deal. That's one that isn't part of some big competitive auction. Being able to do that is incredibly valuable. Once you find a deal, you've got to close it. And that leads us to skill 5, negotiation. This quote it nails the whole thing. It's this delicate dance of knowing when to push, when to back off, and how to build a deal that's a win for everybody involved. You see, great negotiation has 2 sides to it. There's the push, where, yeah, you're fighting for the best price. But just as important is the partnership. That's about structuring the deal so lenders are happy and the company's management team is fired up to succeed right alongside you. You're building a framework for success, not just haggling over a price tag. I mean, you can have the most brilliant analysis in the world, but it's totally useless if you can't convince anyone of it. That's skill number 6, communication and presentation. This is the art of taking incredibly complex financial data and turning it into a simple, compelling story. A story that convinces your partners and investors to get behind your deal. And right about here, after you've managed to put all those pieces together, the analysis, the deal-making, the communication, something really fundamental starts to shift. You're not just evaluating the business from the outside anymore. Welcome to Act 3, Thinking Like an Owner. Your job isn't just to analyze companies anymore. Now, it's to step inside and actually build them. And this brings us to our final and maybe the most challenging skill, operational and managerial ability. The deal is signed. Now the real work starts. As a senior professional, you're on the board. You're working with the CEO. You're literally rolling up your sleeves to help fix supply chains, launch new products, or hire key people.
This is where you go beyond the spreadsheets to create real, tangible value. You're taking true ownership of that company's success.
So there you have it, the 7 skills that make up the complete private equity toolkit. You can see how they build on each other, right? You start with pure analysis, you layer on the art of making a deal, and it all culminates in the hands-on leadership of an owner. It's a pretty clear path from analyst to partner. So you know the 7 skills. You see the roadmap that takes you from a junior analyst all the way to a strategic leader. The only real question left is a personal one for you. Do you have the drive it's going to take to master them?